Well, hello there all you beautiful, wonderful people. I'm Matt on my channel Geekstadger right here on YouTube, and today we're back doing what we do best, opening toys for your viewing pleasure. And today we're back to Hasbro and Marvel Legends for Spider-Man from the upcoming Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation 5, a game that I am very much looking forward to. I adore the original 2018 game and the Miles Morales game that came out a couple of years ago. I've got the game pre-ordered. I cannot wait for it. I love the advanced suit from the original game and its reappearance in the upcoming game. And I just had to get the figure when it was announced and put a pre-order on it immediately, and I've been waiting for this one for a while. But it is finally here. Stop rambling, Matthew. It is finally here. We can open it up and get that figure goodness inside. So as always, we take a closer look at the box before we tear it all open to get that figure goodness inside. And as now is standard from Hasbro and everything they do, we do have the plastic-free 100% cardboard packaging, so there's no window on the front. Something we was getting used to by doing all those McFarlane figures lately. We have a picture of the figure on the front. We've got the Spider-Man 2 game logo at the bottom. We've got the choking hazard warning, small parts, not for children under 3 years. But even if you're over 3 years, don't be putting these small parts in your mouth because you will choke and you will die, and we don't want that. As we know, toys are for displaying and playing with. On the side, we've got a portrait from Spider-Man as he appears in the trailer for the upcoming game. We've got the Marvel GamerVerse, the series that this figure is from. On the other side, we've got the figure in all his glory and the GamerVerse logo again. And on the back, we've got the figure in a action pose and the accessories that are inside. We've got some webbing and 2 extra hands. Only the one whippy hand I can see already. And a lot of people complaining about online, but that's online. People are going to complain all the time. We've got some various other copyright warnings and the other stuff that's all the legal stuff in various languages. And on the bottom, plastic-free packaging in more languages. But that is the box. Let's tear it open and see what we have inside. We've got some accessories. We've got whatever that is. We can get rid of that. More accessories. More cardboard that doesn't... Well, there we go. We've got it. That box is empty, so we can get rid of that. More accessories, more cardboard. There is the figure. Let's get rid of the cardboard. We've got some webbing. We've got more webbing. We've got an extra pair of hands. We can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. So accessories wise, we've got whatever this is. It looks kind of like a skirt made out of Spider-Man webbing. Yeah, that's cool, I guess. We've got some more webbing, like a web splat. Again, cool, I guess. Another smaller web splat and a web splat to make his punches stronger, I guess. To go on the fist hand. Again, cool, I guess. Yeah. We've got a longer web. There's like a dangly bit. It has got a hole for the figure to hold onto. Another bit you can pose at the top. I've got a few of those already. And we do have an extra pair of punchy, fisty hands. The white paint on them does look a bit like it do with another coat. It is a bit almost see-through. I can pretty much see the orangey red underneath. That definitely could have done with another coat of white on those punchy fisty hands, but as a minor complaint, let's get, and all that rustling, let's get that figure out, shall we? Goodbye. Figure finally in hand. Like I said, I put a pre-order on this months and months ago when they went live on Hasbro Pulse. I've been waiting for this one to arrive for a long time. I really like the suit that appears in the games. I know a lot of people didn't like it at first because of the white spider logo, but I think it really works, and I really like it. I'm looking forward to see it again in the upcoming game. But first impressions in hand, it's a Spider-Man figure from Hasbro's Marvel Legends. As you know, I have a fair few of them, and there will be more coming somewhere down the line eventually. So I'm already biased towards it. I already like Spider-Man's Hasbro Marvel Legends figures. I like any Spider-Man figure because I love Spider-Man. This is pretty standard Hasbro Marvel Legends stuff. I can already see it's got the standard articulation. Colouring wise, again, the paint on the hands definitely looks like it could have done with another coat. The blue on the costume, it's not as dark as you would have thought it would be for Spider-Man. It's a very almost sky blue. It looks good in hand, paintwork wise, but maybe could have been a little bit darker. Would have made that red pop a little bit more. Yeah, I really like it. First impressions wise, I think he's great. But let's take a close look at his articulation. So the head, as standard, does go all the way around. Doesn't really look up much at all, maybe a little bit. Looks down okay-ish. We got a little bit of T-pose action. We got standard sort of butterfly joints in the shoulders of Spider-Man, so they do go back pretty far. Rotation at the shoulder, rotation below the shoulder. We do have a pinless double elbow joint, and the wrists go up and down and they twist all the way around. But that white paint on the hands, that is going to bug me. I'll try not to pay too much attention to it. We do have a twisty joint at the ribs, which doesn't seem to want to twist all that much. I'm not going to force that. It does seem to bend back, ping back pretty quickly. Joint at the abs, it does go pretty far back and that far forwards. Standard hip rotation, legs go about that far out. There is a joint at the top of the thigh that does rotate all the way around. We do have a pinless double knee joint. We've got a twist at the top of the shin. We've got ankles go up and down all the way around, but something different for a Hasbro Marvel Legends figure, especially a Spider-Man one that I've not had yet, I don't think. Ooh. No, this is the first one for me. There is toe bend on the Spider-Man figure. It goes up and it goes a little bit down too, which is pretty cool. And get some extra poses out of that. So final thoughts on this figure. It's a Spider-Man figure, so as we all know, I'm going to be pretty biased towards it. Anyway, Spider-Man is my favourite superhero of all time, but I do have a couple of small quibbles, shall we say. The blue on the costume. Now, if this is how it's going to look in the upcoming game, then I apologise right now for jumping the gun, but I feel like it's the wrong shade. I think a bit of a darker blue would make the white and the red pop a bit more. It seems a bit too light in shade for me. The rib joint it's non-existent. The slightest turn and he pings back. If that is intentional, why? Maybe I've just got a dud one. I don't want to force it. I feel like I'm going to break it if I force it any further. And the white paint on the hands is pretty major in that it's just bad. It looks like a really weak coat. It's just been put on there. They should have done more. It just, on all of the hands, it's not great. And I hate to criticize. I'm trying to stay as positive as I can about everything. But yeah, this white paint on the hands is just not good. It is very weak. You can see the red through it. I'll try and do some close-ups so you can see it. If it's just this figure, then okay. If it's on all of them, it seems pretty lazy by Hasbro. But as a final score, final score for it. I mean, I would normally give it quite high because it's Spider-Man. There is some good texture on some parts for the costume, but those criticisms do bring it down a fair bit. I am going to give him a, let's say, for the lack of 2 whippy hands to Spider-Man figure, if you're going to do extra hands for Spider-Man figure, by default, as standard, he should have 2 whippy hands in there. The paintwork on the hands, the ab joint or the rib joint here, and the ill-advised choice in blue colour for the rest of the costume, I'm going to give him, as much as I hate to do it, I'm going to give him a average 5.5 out of 10, 5.5 out of 10. I'm sorry, Spider-Man. And it's a shame because I love the games, I love Spider-Man. I'm really looking forward to that upcoming Spider-Man 2 in October. I've got the collector's edition pre-ordered, like I say. I was very excited for this and I feel a little bit disappointed. Not, you know, that I'm just going to chuck him in the bin or anything, not complain to Hasbro, but it's a little bit of a letdown. I feel a bit deflated by this one. 5.5 out of 10. Yeah. So that was my unboxing and review of the Hasbro Marvel Legends GamerVerse Spider-Man 2 Spider-Man figure. What did you think? If you've got the figure, let us know what you think in the comments below of him. Does yours have the same shoddy paintwork on the hands as mine does? Does yours have the same dodgy joint in the ribs as mine does? If so, let us know in the comments below. While you are down there, like, share, subscribe, do all that wonderful YouTube stuff I'm supposed to remind you to do. It's massively appreciated when you do it, but I'm not going to hate you if you don't. You do you. It's your life. You make your own choices in it. But until the next video, whatever it may be, whenever it may come your way, take care of yourselves, take care of your fellow humans, and I hope to see you all again soon.